Bom dia. Our entire lives we are told how much better our home is than anywhere else. And we swallowed everything we had heard, hook, line, and sinker. So, with retirement looming in front of us, we struggled to allow ourselves to think outside of our own box. Which meant that if we had to stay in the U.S., we would not get to retire for many more years, and by the time Leslie was able to, I would be too old to enjoy our time together. Truly, we had listened to the propaganda and found ourselves frozen. Today, we are going to discuss the 12 things that were holding us back and how we were wrong. It'll be fun. Vai ser divertido. If you are new to our channel, I am Alan. Been here a while? Then I'm Alan. I'm here with my wife Leslie, our son Wolf, dog Greer, and Rex the cat. We are from the United States and now live in Portugal on the beautiful Island of Madeira. Thanks for being here. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. The walk today is at the top of the island, 1,400 meters above sea level. By the time we drove all the way up, we were totally jazzed about the walk, and we hadn't even gotten out of the car yet. This 11-kilometer walk, Levada do Pau, is listed as moderate in difficulty and can be found in Pau de Serra, up with the cows, windmills, and solar panel arrays. With all the walks we have done on the island, we were truly amazed that we had never done this one. It was one of the most spectacular walks we have done. Once we started, it became clear. While the walk is breathtaking and not very hard, it doesn't have railings and it's frequently thin, so be prepared. We love Levada do Pau, and you should add it to your short list. Enjoy. When we first started thinking about creating a new adventure and moving overseas, we had many more fears than we could have imagined. Some we talked about for months in order to help each other feel confident and comfortable. Some we kept quiet and hoped the fear or trepidations would dissipate on their own. We knew we had to find the courage to take a chance on ourselves, that we truly deserved to get to build this wonderful adventure. We were worthy. We didn't have to be someone special, rich, famous, or have a lifelong history of taking chances. So, while we talk about our fears, maybe you will connect with some of them and find what we have discovered to be helpful for your journey. Bet you can't guess what the first one on this list is going to be. Yep, you guessed it. Healthcare. But believe it or not, we started with Leslie being terrified we would get to our new country and something would happen to me. She worried she didn't even know how to call 911 for help. And when they answered the phone, how would she tell them where I was, what she needed? She really struggled with that worry. The reality is, when we got here, our real estate agent had placed a sticker on the refrigerator with how to call for help, and it was in English. Well, that was simple. We discovered the hospital was just a few blocks from our home. For the most part, the doctors and staff speak English, so communication is easy. We want you to know that regardless of your choice of countries, people are basically the same, and if you need help, language barrier or not, they will help you. It's going to be okay. We're viewer supported. If you enjoy our videos, we invite you to join our Patreon community. The second one is silly now that we are here. Housing. We worried that the housing would be very different, that we would have to sacrifice our quality of life. Here in Portugal, most properties do not have heating and cooling. Here on Madeira, they usually don't even have screens in the windows. We worried that we would be uncomfortable. Too cold in the winter, too hot in the summer, and eaten alive by mosquitoes in August. Where we come from, mosquitoes are the state bird. But again, there's no reason to worry. The homes are well built and comfortable. We have all the comforts that we were accustomed to. You know, water heaters, electricity, and if you are cold, grab a blanket. Hot, turn on a fan. The temperatures range from the low 60s to the low 80s throughout the year. Nothing to worry over. Oh, and the bugs come inside less than at home in spite of the screenless windows. All is good. Number 3, the language barrier. We worried we wouldn't be able to communicate, that this would be problematic as well as cause us to feel isolated. We haven't had any of those issues at all. There's always a way. We do recommend that you start your lessons as soon as you get here and get a language app before you come. You really do need to practice 30 minutes a day, and don't be afraid to use the language when you're out in the world. And it's fine to mess up. But don't worry, pretty much everyone under 50 is fluent in English. While this makes life simple for us, it also means we're not learning the language as we should. Number 4, making friends. We thought we would be lonely, that it would be hard for us to make friends or find people to spend time with other than each other. And while I love my wife, only talking to her for the rest of my life? Nope. We do like each other, but luckily, making friends isn't hard. Just go sit at a cafe and listen to others, and you'll find someone who speaks English that you can strike up a conversation with. Number 5, drinking the water. Really? I know how silly, but when we first got here, I still didn't believe that we could drink the water and not get sick. For weeks, I only drank bottled water, and Leslie kept telling me it was fine to drink the tap water. I thought, really? Then why do they never bring tap water to the table at a restaurant? Well, the answer to that is, then they wouldn't be able to charge you for the bottled water. Anyway, Leslie finally convinced me because she and Wolf had been drinking tap water all along. It was my issue. Number 6, I worried about how we would get a visa to come to a European country. We didn't have millions to buy a golden visa. We were just regular folk. Visas are hard to get, aren't they? Leslie did the research and found multiple countries in Europe and around the world that had friendly visas. Wolf was terrified about how he would get a visa, since at the time he could not start a reunification visa until after I had completed my SEF appointment in Portugal, which meant he came with us on a travel visa and he had to hope he wasn't going to be thrown out of the country. He had a few sleepless nights, but it was fine. It all worked out. Today, the law has changed, and a reunification visa can be started alongside of the D7 while still in your home country. Number 7. Now, this one was huge for us. The cost of living. We had done research on many different countries. Leslie had run spreadsheet after spreadsheet. We struggled to get the information we were truly comfortable with. The information we found at the time said you could live on $2,000 monthly, but what did that mean? You know, what kind of housing would we get? What kind of food would we have to eat? Would our quality of life be so different that we would not be happy? We want you to know we can live very nicely here on $2,700 to $3,000 a month, which is about 2,400 to 2,700 euros. This is probably the main reason we started the YouTube channel, in order to help others find answers to the questions we struggled with. Number 8, we worried about growing old in a new country, that we'd be isolated, worried what would happen when one of us is gone or when we needed nursing home care. We are now very comfortable knowing that we will be able to have all the care available and affordable when the time comes. The choices are somewhat similar to what we know in the US. One of the nicest places on the island runs about 3,600 euros a month, with views of the ocean and top-notch care. That brings us to number 9. What if we got here and didn't like it? Simple. We can always go back to the US. Number 10. Now, Wolf had a few worries of his own. He worried he would never see any of his friends or family again. Staying connected is easier than ever. We can call or video chat with anyone we want using WhatsApp, schedule meetings on Google Meeting, our favorite, Zoom, Teams, Skype, etc. Flying home can be cost-effective if you travel outside of the season. There is even direct flights from Madeira to JFK these days. We can get back to the USA in 6.5 hours. Number 11. Great internet connections were very important. Wolf and Leslie trade online and worried they would not be able to place a trade or get out of one as needed. Here on the island, we think the internet is better than what we had back in the USA. It's not a problem at all. And last but not least, number 12. Could we bring our animals? How do you bring your animals? Finding this information was not simple. So we made a video to help you along on your journey. We will link this video at the end for you. But in case you want to know now, no, the animals do not have to be quarantined. Overall, we want you to know that many of your fears are just fears. That the things you were told need to be taken with a grain of salt. People are the same all over the world. If you ask for help, they will help you. If you have questions, just ask. Don't miss this chance to create your new adventure. This is it. Your time is now. Let yourself enjoy it. Please give us your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what we can help you with. For example, planning your journey from the scouting trip through getting settled here in Madeira. Join us on Patreon, where we will help you with a NIF, connect you with our trusted real estate agent, immigration team, tax attorney, etc. The description of our videos holds links to our Patreon, planning a one-to-one call, and affiliates. We hope you continue to come along with us on our new adventure. Life is short. We should have done this sooner. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to help us grow. The next stage in your life is a journey. Enjoy it.